Hey guys, okay, so I want to share something that's a little bit humbling, but hashtag real life. So I want to talk about stress-related dandruff and natural treatments for it. So the impetus is this has been a very stressful spring for me, and big picture, everything's fine, but just tons of moving pieces, lots of work, lots of family stuff, and I've just found myself overwhelmed. And so a couple months ago, I noticed that I started to have dandruff. And I was like, okay, where's this coming from? I have never had this before. I spent like maybe a month where I just tried to ignore the problem, hope it would resolve itself. And then I was getting my hair cut in Boston with Mary Chang at the James Joseph Salon. And I finally worked up the courage to ask her what this was all about. I figured she was seeing it anyway. And so I said, what's the deal with this dandruff? I've never had it before. And without missing a beat, she was like, stress related. So I'm like, okay. So another month passes by because things were so crazy. And then last week I was in my bathroom styling my hair, and all of a sudden, right at the part, I saw a red spot start to bloom. Basically, I was having a spontaneous scalp bleed, and I was like, what the heck, is this even a thing? I had no idea. So I immediately started Googling natural remedies for dandruff. And then also, as I was having some preventative or proactive stress treatment by watching Queer Eye, which is the thing I do when I need to decompress or feel happy or just try to feel better about the world. It happened to be an episode where the hair guy Jonathan Van Ness was telling his client who had dandruff that, oh, just spray it daily with apple cider vinegar and water and you'll be good to go. And I was like, okay, the universe via a spontaneous scalp bleed and Jonathan Van Ness are telling me to get on it and do something about this. So I just wanted to tell you about the 3 things that I did that were so helpful. And 1 week later, I'm dandruff free. I got to keep my eye on it, and I'm going to keep working on the stress management, and I just want to watch it, and I'll probably continue some maybe lighter treatment, but this is what I did for a week and it totally worked. So the first thing was that I immediately dabbed tea tree oil on my head wound. We have tea tree oil around the house. We use it all the time for cuts, bruises, scrapes, lice treatment, whatever. It's just really helpful. So I used that first. And then the second thing is I did what Jonathan Van Ness said in the Queer Eye episode, and I just got an everyday spray bottle and filled it with equal parts apple cider vinegar and water. And actually, towards the end of the week, I kind of smartened up and I was like, I still want to use a little tea tree oil, just kind of get it in there. So I added a bit to my spray bottle, which was awesome because it also just cuts back the smell a little bit. So I would spray my head daily, massage it into the scalp, and then I only shower my hair twice a week. So I mean, shampoo my hair twice a week. So I would just rinse it out, and if there was usually a little faint cider vinegar smell. So I would just spray my head with this coconut oil, which I really like because one, it just kind of tames my flyaways, and it smells good, and it's hydrating at the same time. So that was how I combated the smell on the non-shampoo days. And then the third thing that I did was on those 2 days a week where I knew I was going to do a full shampoo of my head and get everything out. After I did the apple cider vinegar treatment, I worked a bunch of coconut oil into my scalp. I found it easier to take it from the jar and put it in a wide mouth shallow container, just because it's easier to scoop out. And some websites I had seen had recommended melting it down so it was liquidy, but I actually thought it was easier to just work with the raw coconut oil that's hardened because one less thing to do, you don't have to melt it down. 2, it just naturally melts down quickly with the heat of your hands. And then 3, you don't have oil, liquidy oil dripping down your face. So it was just a lot easier. So those are the 3 things that I did. And again, as I said, within a week, my dandruff was gone. I'm going to work on my stress management. And also we'll probably continue at least the apple cider vinegar and water treatment, just to kind of keep things at bay. The whole point is that it, apparently according to Jonathan Van Ness, it restores the pH balance on your scalp. So that's why it's a good thing. So I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you next time.